What up, everyone? Sorry we took this long break. Happy to be back, though. I know we did a pretty cool review on Tom Clancy Division's beta. Finally, it's out. It's about time. We've been waiting 2 years for this game. So I kind of wanted to get into the game. Level 23. Actually about to play some more, but you know, some of the graphics are kind of messing up on me after this little update it had. But anyway, so just a couple quick things. The campaign is everything I expected so far. I love the story mode, very interesting. I love how the computers are very smart. They're not dummies. They're not just gonna let you kill them, and they actually take cover. They charge you if you don't kill things fast enough. I love how there's different elites. There's purple elites, which are the second highest, and then there's gold, which are, you know, very high elites, usually big bosses until you usually need to kill them to move on to the next level or finish the level. They usually drop the fat loot, so to speak. Anyway, I'm going through the campaign here. There's 3 wings, like everyone knows. Obviously, there's the medical, there's the tech, and there's the security. And the campaign revolves around those 3 wings because you're literally building them from the ground up. So you literally are building this base. You're adding a medical wing, which is, you know, helping healing troops and whatnot. The tech wing is kind of, technology, self-explanatory, heating, electricity, all that. And then security is more security systems and police. And so you're kind of building this community, doing the campaign story modes, and you're doing these quests, these computers are asking you to do, which by the way look like real people, and they're interacting with me like they're real people, and their emotions are like they're real people. So it really keeps me drawn in. I'm not bored of the campaign whatsoever. I get very bored easily. That's why I kind of jump from game to game. This game really keeps me focused. Another great thing is there's not a ton of storyline quests, which means that there's these things called safe houses. You discover them. Once you discover them, you go inside them. There's this map, you read it, you put it on your database, and then you talk to a guy who also gives you side missions. After you read the map, you get these things called encounters. So there's encounters for each division, each separate division you're building on your base. So there's encounters for medical, there's encounters for security, and there's encounters for tech. And when you complete these encounters, they give you points to help build that wing. So it's pretty cool. And as you build the wing, as you get farther, so as I build my medical wing, I'm unlocking new spells for my medical talent tree, and same with the tech and same with security. So the campaign is kind of tying into building your character, which I love. And then with the side missions, they're a step below the story mode. They don't give as much experience as the story mode. They're not maybe as hard, but you can still get quality loots. They're fun missions. They're hard missions, so it still keeps it interesting. You can kind of grind them until you get to the right level for the next story mode quest, since there isn't that many. So on top of that, I want to say 70% of myself getting to 24. It's been a lot of multiplayer cooperative in campaign mode. So what I love that Ubisoft did and with this game is that the more people you have in your party, the harder it's going to get. So that means if I'm alone, there's not that many enemies. I mean, there's a good amount, there's a solid amount, but if I have one more person, it almost doubles or sometimes triples the amount of enemies, which makes it even more difficult, and then it also increases the loot, which is fine. I'm playing with my friends half the time anyway, so I enjoy it a great amount. Another great thing, obviously, is there's random enemies going across the map as you're wandering, as you're going to the next quest, so that's great. Sometimes there's bosses, and of course there's also random loot after you beat quests, storyline quests, after you beat side mission quests, after you beat encounters. You can kind of explore the map or that area that you're in, and you can kind of discover these big boxes, little boxes, and they have special loot in them for you, which is great. Other than the campaign, I'm kind of going to get into the Dark Zone. Only played a little. I'm around a level 10. My buddy and I were kind of being, the mean guys, so to speak, kind of going around acting like we were good and then killing people. which actually backfired on us because unfortunately, if you want to be in the dark zone, you should have 4 people with you at the minimum if you really want to get out of there with some loot. So anyway, in the dark zone, there's these places called contaminated areas. In order to get there, you got to have a certain filter. In order to get that filter up, you got to build your medical wing. And then there's these secret boxes in there that you have to be level 30 for, sometimes 10, but mostly level 30. So you want to take that grind, you want to make that grind. How you level in the dark zone is you simply kill NPCs, other computers, or kill people. Now, mind you, here's the thing. So if there's someone coming at me and he shoots me, then no, let's do this. If someone's coming at me and I shoot them and I kill them, or if I just shoot them regardless and I run, I get this something called a rogue on my head. It's a skull, and it'll have a number, and the number means, you know, how long that the skull means rogue. Okay, it means you're going rogue. The number means how long you're in rogue. When you're rogue, that means everyone in the dark zone is notified that there's a bounty for your head, which means that if they kill you, they're going to get more points to level. So that means everyone's coming for you. Alright, so if you go to kill someone and you know you're about to go rogue, your team knows they're about to go rogue, get that loot, get the heck out of there, take cover, and just try to beat the timer. Because if you beat the timer, you get extra experience, extra bonus experience to level. So that's a really cool aspect. There's very good loot in there. In order to get the loot, in order to use the loot in the dark zone, you have to go to extraction area. You extract, you find an extraction area, you extract, you have to guard that for 1:50 with your team, and then the helicopter comes, they drop the little thing, you extract everything, and then you're on your way, and it goes back to your storage in one of the safe houses back in the campaign mode. Genius idea, love it. Like I said, I haven't fully explored the dark zone, but everything I'm loving is good so far. The only downfall is I've read ahead. The campaign mode, there's not much content after level 30, so I expect them to add a patch to keep building on this game since it's drawing so much hype, which I think is a good thing, and I'm happy because I want to keep playing this game. I don't want to go back to my old games. I want to keep playing this game because there's so much potential. And of course, the dark zone needs a lot of fixing. I think they need to increase the loot. I think they need to add some sort of maybe arena or add some sort of more competitive aspects to it so it draws more people in there, especially in the separate divisions. I mean, when I was level like 18, there wasn't that many people in that bracket, so that 15 to 19 bracket, so I think they need to add some competitive aspect to, you know, when people are leveling, they want to go into the dark zone instead of waiting till, you know, the 20s, early 20s, and maybe late 20s into 30. So I think there's a lot of work to be done. So far, I love the game. I have for PS4 and for PC. Right now, I'm a PC gamer. I'm loving it. I'm loving it the most for PC. The only downfall is the graphics and what kind of graphics card they're asking for. There's some bugs. They're handling it. Does run smoother on PS4. I'm just not a controller guy. I'm more of a PC, feeling movement, feeling graphics, all that kind of guy. So other than that, very, very hyped and excited that this game lived up to its hope. I'm hoping, hype, not hope. I am hoping that it keeps building. I'm hoping they keep adding patches, they keep adding content. The amount of gear you can get, the amount of guns there are, it's unreal. You can craft, you can do all this. So they're moving in the right direction and taking it to the next step. Oh, by the way, I didn't even talk about the graphics. I didn't even talk about the environment. The environment's interactive. I mean, I can knock over a bottle, I can shoot a bottle, I can go up to a car, flatten the tire. If I'm getting shot at and I'm taking cover underneath the car, the glass is breaking. The environment's very interactive. If it's raining, I literally see puddles build. If it's snowing, I literally see snow build. Not to mention, the best part of the game so far is I was on top of a roof ceiling and I'm doing a quest, and my buddy and I are going, and all of a sudden it started. I mean, it was snowing, but it started snowing even heavier, and it was like almost like a blizzard. I literally couldn't see ahead of me. I couldn't see into the next building. I literally had to keep advancing until I got closer to the enemy, and it didn't help considering there was a sniper on the other side sniping us. So there's a couple close calls. So I love how the environment is interacting into the gameplay, which is affecting the difficulty of completing missions. So like I said, they're moving in the right direction. This is good for the industry. This is going to help bring games up. It's setting a big tone for future games. I thought Far Cry Primal was great. I thought The Division is taking it a step higher. So again, I highly suggest getting this game. Please, if you guys can, follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. You'll see it at the end of this video. But until then, I really appreciate you watching the show. Drop in the comments, add a like, dislike, give us some feedback. We're here to interact with you guys. We're here to help you, the gamers, out. We just want to give you information, our 2 cents, on what you guys think of the video and what you guys think of this game. So other than that, I want you guys to keep gaming. We'll keep reviewing. And until next time, peace out.